Hi everyone! Today we're diving into one of Unity's most powerful and time-saving features, prefabs. Have you ever found yourself duplicating objects over and over again? Well, trust me, this is going to save you a lot of time. Now first off, I'd like to show this small demo level I've created. I have my player here, I have this rotating obstacle, and I need to collect that coin. Well, I can move my player over here, and when I collect the coin, a sound is played. But now just imagine having to place dozens of these obstacles, maybe hundreds of the coins in this level or any other level I create for that matter. Well, this is where prefabs really come in handy. First, I'd like to quickly show you how to create a prefab. I've just created a prefab folder. You don't have to do this. You can just put it in the assets folder directly. Now, first off, I need to go to my hierarchy and find the object I'd like to turn into a prefab. In this example, I'll just use my coin and I'll drag it down here into my prefabs folder. Look what happened here. This box turned blue, the text turned blue. This marks this as a prefab. And as you can see here, when I go to my coin here, it says prefab asset. So now that we've created a prefab, you can ask yourself, well, why do we use prefabs? What are they? Well, prefabs are just a fancy way of saying prefabricated, basically, which means an object that's created beforehand. Because let's say I had a huge level here instead of just this little demo thingy. Now say that it didn't have any prefabs and I wanted a coin all the way over here. Well, I would have to mark this coin, duplicate it, drag it all the way over here. Now it would be much easier to just drag the coin and place it where I want it. That's what I can do with the prefab. So I'll go into my prefabs folder, take the coin, drag it here. And now it's much easier to place where I want. Now to further emphasize why prefabs are so time saving, I like to just show a quick level I built. Now I've just loaded up this fresh level, but say I wanted to keep the same kind of design vibe from my earlier levels. I probably want my player, I want my coins, I want my obstacles, that sort of stuff. Well, I would actually have to create all this from scratch and just look at the coin. It has a sphere collider, which I've edited to be a trigger. It has a collectible script on it. It has audio sources, audio sounds. It has a material. I would have to create this and my obstacle and my player from scratch. But instead with prefabs, I have it out here. I can just drag it in and now the coin is in this level and it works exactly the same way as it did in my previous level. So everything basically you want to place in your game more than once, it would be a really good idea to have these objects as prefabs. And it's not only the objects that you see here that you can add to prefabs. As I said, I can add my player, I can add my obstacle, I can add these to prefabs. Now these are prefabs as well. Say I had a nice camera system for this level. Well, I want the same camera system for every level probably. So I can mark the cameras, I can mark the global volume I used, I can mark the ground I used. Create these two prefabs as well. Say I want the game to happen at night during sunset, and I've changed up the directional light a bit. Say I wanted the exact same lighting in another level, make it a prefab. Now instead of having to recreate the objects, apply the script, apply the materials, all that stuff, then I can just recreate this level exactly in a matter of seconds using the exact same objects because I have my prefabs. Now the last really cool thing I want to show you about prefabs is how these work when you edit them. Now let's say just like in this scene I've added a bunch of coins and suddenly I noticed something about the coin I don't like. Well, I would like to change that. Let's say I wanted a bit bigger. Or let's say I wanted a new material for my coin. I've created this awesome new material. I've added this to the coin. Now, if I wanted to change the material for my coin or the size of my coin, I had to do it for each and every one of these. It could take me a lot of time, either going from object to object, changing each object after one another, or deleting all of the old coins and replacing them with the new one. But what I can do instead, because I have my prefab, is go to the prefab I've edited, then go here to the overrides button, and then apply all. So now with one click I can change every coin in my game at an instant. So if you're not using prefabs yet, now's the time to start. Let me know in the comments what you're building and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell for more Unity tips. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.